All right, so Brett Favre is snapping back, saying that he is going to sue Pat McAfee, a national auditor, and Shannon Sharpe for defamation over his welfare, alleged welfare, scheme in Mississippi, in which he allegedly took money from the welfare system in the great state of Mississippi. Shannon Sharpe basically said that he did it. Said that he stooped to the lowest low, with the allegations. That's why you use alleged, reportedly, rumor. You have to use that to protect yourself until it becomes, it takes the process. And the court also suing ex NFL kicker Pat McAfee, who has one of the hottest YouTube shows out there where Aaron Rodgers speak on there. You have different guests, so obviously he want to prove his innocence, and he felt that his name was being dragged. You hear other people say he wasn't really a good guy. It was kind of some things about his reputation, that TVs made him seem like a fun-loving gunslinger guy. At the end of the day, if you ain't do it, you ain't do it. And people slandering your name and it's stopping you from, he had the endorsement with Copperfit and stopping him from doing endorsements, then so be it. I think is, what if you win and it's proved that he did do it in the court of law? Do we got to wait through the court of law to process through before the civil suits go through? So, so be it. He pointed out those three, and I think there's been other people that said a lot worse about what he had going on as well too. So, if you ain't do it, you ain't do it, and I'm gonna sue you for it, dragging my name in the mud. And most people already, and that's what the media always do, the media always gonna turn it, and in people's mind, before the media even play it, people always gonna turn it until you guilty even if you proven innocent in some situations. So even you get acquitted, and a lot of people mind you did that, especially when you're dealing with sexual harassment and those type of crimes. That's always gonna follow you somewhere. So then we talk about stealing from a welfare system and stealing from the poor. That's gonna be hard to get his name clean off that. And there's records, alleged records that's popping up of the things that he's done. At the end of the day, he ain't been prosecuted as yet. I don't know if he will have to pay restitution back, or they say we get the money back and we'll make it all good. Like I said before, in most inner cities or major cities, you have that going on, where the funds are misused, the funds never make it to the kids, the funds never make it to the ghetto, and never make it to the poor. And then you can rewind and say, their own community stealing from the kids, breaking into school, stripping the pipes out, you leaving trash outside the school. So, it's just, it's just a wild thing all the way around. And, and I always say, if we're going to improve, the black community, it got to start with parents, being parents and being involved in the kids' education and really being involved in their life. And some people say, I simply don't have the time. Then, hey, if you ain't got the time, just like I tell people that get dogs, like, that's a full-time job. That's like having a kid. Don't get no dog if you gonna take it back or you can't take care of through its life expectancy. Don't have a kid if you ain't got the time. If the daddy ain't gonna be, if y'all ain't gonna live together and ready to build a family, then don't do it. Don't do it. If the person you with, if you ain't ready to sacrifice the club nights, you ain't ready to sacrifice having fun, you want to throw your baby on anybody that'll watch them, or you ain't about to be with this person for sure until to death do us part. Don't do it. But on the flip side of things, we got to treat our communities better before they expect them to people to do so. But what he was alleged was messed up. And it's been a lot of people running that story and saying a lot worse than them three people. You know what I'm saying? So Shannon Sharpe didn't speak on it on Undisputed today. Obviously, is going under investigation. But, You know, I don't know if he sent the warning letter or part of the defamation is, you know, say I didn't do it or apologize on national TV and I'll retract it or whatever. But it seems like a lot of people don't really like the person Brett Favre, and all we were seeing what was on TV. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks to watch, you know. But you know the way, you know, the universal or national media made it seem like he was already. They kind of painted a picture in which he was already guilty. That's what it looked like to me. You know, it seemed like, but you know that's how it is with any high profile case. You did it. You know, you did it. Look at Ray Lewis. People still believe Ray Lewis did it. You can't run that. You know, some people still think Snoop did it. OJ did it. You know what I'm saying? You can go on and on and on. You're gonna have people that's gonna be their mindset the whole time. He did it, he did it, he did it. I mean, ain't nothing that you could pretty much do about it. You know, you can sue people, you can do defamation, sue people for dragging your name in the mud, but ultimately, you know, Brett Favre, I mean, Brett Favre hasn't been brought up on charges. He was under investigation. So if he don't get charged, you know, I didn't do it. You mean you saying you going with reports, you going with what an auditor said or somebody broke a story. But if I'm not going to court and being forced to pay restitution or being forced to say no contest or being forced to say or proving that I'm guilty, then I didn't do it. You know, a lot of people feel a certain type of way why he not going to. That's probably why, if it hasn't got to that point where it won't be an investigation, he won't get charged, is because of his privilege. But if that's the case, where I'm not charged, you can't prove it in the court of law, you defame my name. You defame my name. So like it or not, you know, they defamed his name. It's defamation. So I didn't do it. You can't prove that I did it. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Just the way it go, man. But yeah. But if it's just, we'll see. Might be statements retracted, might be apologies out there. But I think I don't know when maybe those three people stood out to him, especially the auditor. I think that broke the story, whatever it was. But it's been a lot of other people saying a lot worse from what I've seen from my vantage point. But hey, check out the music entertainment playlist. Check out the NFL playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Appreciate the love, support. Hit my link tree. You can find me everywhere from Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Peace.